Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, was it a terrorist attack or not? Well, a car tried to cross the border from the United States of America into Canada by Niagara Falls over the Rainbow Bridge. And it was stopped, directed to a little special check-in, and then it just ran through and exploded. Was it a terrorist attack? FBI is trying to figure it out. I will tell you how you cross bridges in Canada, because I do it all the time from United States of America into Canada and back. So I will tell you the procedure so you understand, for the ones that don't do it by crossing the bridge, how is the procedure when they have extra questions. They will direct you to a different booth and so on. So let's get to this article. I have about four articles ready. The first one is from UPI. US Canadian officials on alert for terrorism in wake of deadly bridge explosion. I will show you on the map where that occurred. 2 people in the car die and Border Patrol agent injured on Rainbow Bridge. So this is a picture taken from the United States of America. This is the bridge. Over there is Canada on the other side. So let me show you a map. Let's start with a map so we understand where that occurred. So we're going to start with from far away. This is the map of the United States of America, obviously. Here is Michigan. Here is Ontario. And here is the Niagara Falls crossing right here. So right here, between Lake Ontario and Lake Erie, here is the crossing. This is a little thing that flows down there on St. Lawrence River, Montreal, and goes into the Atlantic Ocean. So the thing comes Lake Superior, Michigan, goes around Huron, Erie, Ontario, Lawrence, and out. So right here is the Niagara Falls. Now we're going to go, remember, Lake Ontario in the north, Lake Erie in the south, kind of. So next map. We got this area with Michigan, we got Lake Ontario. Here is the crossing right here. This is where Niagara Falls is located. There's a little river here that goes from Lake Erie, flows down into Lake Ontario. So here is where it occurred. I'm going to go now on the city. The city. Voila, a little thing. Here is United States of America, the green grass of home. And this is Ontario, Canada, with the Niagara Falls right here. Now this is the bridge right here, 21. 21 is the bridge, Rainbow Bridge. So this is where it occurred, Randy's spot, trying to come from United States, the land of the free, going to Canada, right here. That little building over there that you see over there is actually the one in the picture over there. A little bit that's the one. So let's go back to this little map of Bethlehem. Remember, this is Lake Ontario, and behind here is Lake Erie. So try to cross from here, go there. So this is another map right here. This is the Niagara Falls right here. Right here. And then this is the bridge, Rainbow Bridge. Let me put it this way and make it bigger. You don't need me ever. So here is the Rainbow Bridge. This is the hotels, tralala lululu. So this is where it occurred, in this spot right here at the entrance. Boom, boom, boom. So now that we got that figured out, what is the procedure when you cross the border over there? Obviously, you're stopped. You have a border agent over there. He's going to ask you a few questions. You don't get off the car. They might ask you to pop the trunk. Maybe they ask you a few questions, look around your car if they are not lazy, and then they give you the passport back and say, welcome home, or see you never. And you go to the other side, the Canadian side. So here is what's going on here. These guys, it never happened to me. When you go, you don't even go through the American side. When you go towards Canada, the Americans don't stop you. Or at least where I go. This is Ontario. I've never crossed this. I mean, I crossed it maybe a long time ago. But you cross it, and when you end up on the other side, that's where you get this treatment, where they say, okay, the Canadians. So if you cross from United States to Canada, the Canadians will ask you. When you cross from Canada into United States, the Americans are going to ask you. There's not going to be both of them, just one. And in here, it seems like it occurred in United States of America, not in Canada. So I'm assuming they were coming from Canada into United States of America. We're going to read that. So when you get in over there, they ask you if they have extra questions or if they have some concerns. They say, can you go to that line? They put you in a special line. They get you out of the car. You go and sit down somewhere and you take your money and your passport and you get out. And they go over there and they inspect your car, how much they want with dogs, pigs, whatever they want to use. And after that, they come back. They ask you a few questions while you are inside and then they let you go. That's happened to me many times. I don't care. It's just a waste of time for people like me who are good-natured people. So that's what the procedure is. So now you understand the location, the procedure. I'm going to read the articles, or at least to understand what happened here. Canadian government officials said they are operating under the assumption that a Wednesday morning blast on the Rainbow Bridge connecting the United States and Canada was terrorism and are working to determine if it was an isolated incident. Canadian Public Safety Minister Dominique LeBlanc said, LeBlanc, that's not nice, the white, come on now. That's the translation, right? Said the government is taking the explosion extremely seriously, and the White House said it is monitoring the situation closely. So it seems like it was as it got to the Canadian side, or at least going towards Canada. But we'll see here. U.S. President, okay. Other bridge connections connecting the United States and Canada in Niagara Falls, New York, including the Peace Bridge, Lewiston, Queenston Bridge, and Whirlpool Bridge, were closed after the incident. So let's see. The Niagara Gazette said a car crashed through a fence on the bridge and exploded near the Border Inspection Plaza on the American side. So it's the American side of the Rainbow Bridge around 10:20 a.m. So it was on the American right here side of the bridge, right? On the American right here. Actually, that's how the picture is, but probably they do it. I don't remember crossing that way. I crossed the other way around, so I don't know how the procedure is coming to going to Canada that way. So New York Police is currently working with the FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force to monitor the entry points. The FBI said the situation is very fluid. That's not good, huh? It says the border crossing between US and Canada, FBI coordinating. Okay, that's the one. Second one, Russia Today, suspected terrorist attack hits US-Canada border crossing. Four border crossings were closed. Let's see what happened. This is the picture of that. Let's see if they show it.
I've never seen anything like this. The car just exploded.
The car exploded. The American.
Yeah.
Let's see. Now that
What happened? I have no idea. Could that be an
electric? If you want to say electric, but they can't. Yes, electric. Smoke. All right. Well, let's move on. This is the smoke, and let's go to the next one. I know I found somewhere where they explode. 2 dead after vehicle explodes. This is the explosion. How vehicle explodes. All right. There were no immediate information. The 2 deceased people were in the vehicle, a law enforcement official told the Associated Press. All right. Photos and videos taken by bystanders. Okay, the blast occurred on the U.S. side. It says right here, speaking, witness said he saw the vehicle speeding toward the crossing from the U.S. side when it swerved to avoid another car, crashed into a fence and exploded. All of a sudden, he went up in the air and then it was a ball of fire like 30 or 40 feet high. I never saw anything like that. They also said that they were directed. I will get that one too. All right, and ABC News is going to give us the information right here. It says that there are believed to be fatalities, and then Canadian officials told ABC News that the car did not originate on the Canadian side of the border. As investigators work to determine the car's path, it appears the incident started and ended on the U.S. side of bridge. Surveillance video showed the vehicle stopped at an initial security checkpoint. According to sources briefed on the investigation, the vehicle was then directed to a secondary security checkpoint, the one I was talking about, where they check your ass a little bit. And at that point, the vehicle sped up and crashed into the secondary screening location, sources said. We got that? And they also said they found a briefcase. Investigators have found some sort of suitcase or briefcase on scene. Sources told ABC News they are treating it as a possible explosive device as a precaution, and the bomb squad is handling the package. All right, here it is. Now, was that a terrorist attack? We don't know what the car had in the trunk. I don't know. It was the car that exploded, just the fuel tank? I don't know. We're going to find out later. The problem is, if that was just someone did not want to stop and you were going to get caught, that's an incident like that. If it was something that was turning into a terrorist attack, then we have something that I predict will start in the West and will be bad for us. Let's put it mildly. Remember, the things that occur in Ukraine, the military, the personnel, the, how do you call those? The Wagnerites, the mercenaries, not only the Wagner, the mercenaries, the weapons that are sold probably on the black market. Those things will end up in the Western countries, and you will have some bad dudes trying to settle some scores, and they will use them for various reasons. Some of them could bring garbage from other countries into these countries. Like you see, for instance, the protests regarding this, regarding that, and then they fight. Imagine that you got some crazies having weapons. They will use them. So I'm waiting for but I predict it's going to happen in Europe first and then the United States of America. Was this a terrorist attack? It was not. Maybe was something that was turning into one, but I have no indication at this point to say anything like that. Maybe it was in the process, but we'll see. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.